hills that just stick up, and there was two or three in this group that where the road went, and I could see all the troops on the road. They were maybe 20 feet ahead of one another, but on the opposite side of the road, back and forth. And I remember getting shot at from those hills, and everybody jumped to the side when we had to take cover. And we got back out, and we marched down that way, and there was a lot of troops. Looks like hundreds that were marching. When we got down there, there was a hill, and it had two spots where the bombs from a plane were dropped, and it blew out the front of the hill, and it looked like what you would see at a sand pit with the front end loader just digging on the sand. It would just collapse. It was like that. And I had maybe 30, 40 troops that were all hidden behind the dirt mounds, and they were just shooting randomly into the woods, and I was doing the same. I decided, while everybody's just randomly shooting, I ran to the left down the cart path again. I ran to someone, and I asked for ammo, and he gave me a clip or two and 2 grenades. When I ran back, I hesitated for a second, and then I ran full speed up and over a mound, and I ran up to that ledge, and I got down. And then I popped my head up, and I saw a guy to the right sticking out of a hole in the ground, and he was about 15 feet away, and to the left, about 20 feet back, there was another hole. And the one to the right, he popped out with his gun, and he was looking left, and I shot him in the face, and I watched the back of his head blow off, and he dropped down into the hole. And then I looked left, and someone popped out of a hole there, and I shot them through the chest. And the second one that came out of the hole to the right, I threw a grenade, and it went in the hole. And I remember seeing the blood and dirt and pieces of meat come shooting out. And to the left, that hole, the guy popped out of that. I threw a grenade to that, but it was landed right before the hole, and it went off. I remember shooting like 20 people back and forth, and I ran out of ammo. And I had my back against the little hill. And I remember one of the soldiers yelling, "Bob, stay down." And I was totally out of ammo with my back against the sand wall, and I just decided to run as fast as I could and run and jump over the sand mound, try to get down. As I ran and jumped over the mound, I ended up taking a 3-round blast through the back. And I remember, like in the movies, just falling down on my knees on top of the mound and falling forward on my chest, and I had a backpack on. And I remember the soldier to my left, he was like shooting over the top of the hill, and when I hit the ground, he grabbed my backpack and slid me down. And I remember dying right there, and I went up. And I appeared in a place where the floor was solid black, and you could see forever in every direction. The sky was smoky gray, and there was an angel there, and he was wearing all black, and he stayed about 20 feet away from me. He must have been the death angel, because I just killed about 20 people. And he told me to follow him. I took 2 steps, and a black building appeared. It was like 12 feet by 20 feet. And I could see a little 3-step wooden rickety staircase in the back right corner. And I walked toward that, went inside the building. Inside the building, it was unfinished. It looked like a loading dock by the way the floor was, and then it dropped off into the hole, say, where a truck would back up. It had a box in that hole. And he stayed away from me. He stayed to my right, and he told me to lay in the box. I went and laid in the box. He told me to close my eyes. So I closed my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, I was being born to who was telling you this story. And as I came out, there was a guy and a girl doctor to my mom's right side, and they pulled me out. And I remember looking at my mom, and she was about 18 years old at the time of giving birth.